Okay. All right, and AC Milan win the Scudetto. No European football. Inter have not won the big matches this season. Uh, Pulisic, I think, leads the league in goals, or either him or Lautaro. But Pulisic for Milan's defense, they are Scudetto contenders for sure. I don't know what would have happened if we didn't have Tudor at the beginning of the season, but not really a true regista in the midfield for Juventus, right? Kind of like a Modric kind of player, and Rapio does a little bit of everything. I don't think Genoa scored many goals. They did score at San Siro against Inter. It was their 2-0 lead. I think they scored a late goal and held on. So we'll see how Genoa does in this game. But no Coppa Italia, no European matches. This is a very fresh team. We'll see how they do. We'll see if they can take advantage. No Champions League matches in mid-January, too. So they'll be very, very fresh. Premier League, they have the EFL Cup. There's not even a League Cup in Italy. So Milan, it's nothing but Serie A matches the rest of the season, just like Napoli. They're taking a page out of Antonio Conte's playbook. They will certainly try to take advantage.
Salamakers, Liel makes his stick. He was trying to play them beyond Modric. Wasn't aware that Pantesaki was behind him. Here is the youngster now, Pulisic.
Very exciting San Siro. They know their Rossoneri are in the Scudetto race. Somehow Juventus managed to get Kalulu, a really good defender. It seems like it was an organizational problem last year with Milan's defense. Massimiliano Allegri is doing a great job of restoring the Milan defense and going very hard on the counter. They've taken points against every big side. They struggle against the relegation teams from last year for whatever reason. Pisa, Cremonese, and Sassuolo. Now, Sassuolo is really good. They just had a really bad year and got sent down. Sassuolo are normally very good. I think when Cremonese beat them the first match of the season, I think Jamie Vardy wasn't even on the team or wasn't even playing. Like, I don't know if his transfer got finalized before he played on the Cremonese. Very stubborn defense of AC Milan and Massimiliano Allegri. These are kind of watching some of Juventus' former teams. El Cortomoso win a horse race by the skin of a hair length. Win 1-0. Just keep them out of the net and nick a goal. Fofana, a nice block there by defender. Nice challenging stop of the ball right there by Malinovsky. It is a Milan corner. Napoli dropped points against Verona. I think Inter is a must-win for Napoli if they were to remain in the title race. And I think there are numbers that suggest that Napoli can beat Inter. In the calculator, it's Antonio Conte that has gematria of 145, and I think, Lukaku's probably going to return and score against Inter, I think. Antonio Conte has gematria of 145. Now it could be 14 wins and 5 losses. So depending on what odds the books are offering for Napoli at the San Siro against Inter, it could be a Napoli win. 14 wins and 5 losses in Serie A with the win. I did predict Napoli to defeat Inter early on in the season. Here, it seems like Inter have had to struggle in some of these games. A nice dribbling by Fofana. The ball goes out for a corner kick. So I think this game is a must win for Napoli against Inter. If they were to remain in the title race, I think nothing short of 3 points. I don't think a draw will be sufficient against Inter. I think they're going to have to come in and win the game. Lukaku, he's going to have to play that game against Inter. Napoli have scored 28 goals. I think they can score 2 goals, win 2-1, something like that. Inter is 30 now. When Napoli defeated Inter early on the season, it was Antonio Conte's 30th win in Serie A as Napoli manager. So I'm definitely not going to count out Napoli, but Milan has a strong chance of winning the Scudetto. Without European football, with Pulisic looking like he's a prime winger, he could win the leading goal scorer award. I mean, he's right up there with Lautaro Martinez. Pulisic playing up front in the wing positions, in the forward position, having a knock of scoring the goal. So far, Milan looks pretty good, but this is an Allegri team, and they will be very patient, and they will not overly press. But they got plenty of bodies forward in Genoa's own half right there. If Genoa starts to pass the ball towards the midfield line, then that's where you see Allegri back off of that press and go in a very defensive 8-9 men behind the ball kind of structure. In a structure that's revolved around keeping the ball away from the midfield, keeping the passing lanes out of the middle is what he does. It's what makes Milan's defense so organized. What an atmosphere at the Emirates. They could go 8 points clear with a win over Liverpool. I think Arsenal will defeat Liverpool today. It is Arsenal that's Camacho 47. It's Liverpool that equals 47. And basically, Liverpool is going to fall to 4 draws and 7 losses for the season. Liverpool are going to lose at the Emirates. Both teams at 47 Gematria. It's going to end in 3 points for Arsenal. Here comes Pulisic. Pass it to Leao. Salamakers cross in the box. Nice header there by Pavlovic. Just a little high above the net. A good point. Declan Rice, 47. Gabriel Jesus is 47. Never knew his name equaled 47. Let's check it out. It does equal 47. Wonder if he could be a goal scorer, Jesus. I think he scored at the Anfield a couple of years ago, 2023. Could Jesus be in the goal scoring sheet today? It looks like this Victor Gyökeres is a guy who occupies players and occupies space and opens it up to other players. It seems like he's not the natural striker, but he's somebody that's a big body that will try to occupy defenders. Is his role, I think, in the attack of Arsenal. A deflection there, and Genoa get themselves a corner kick. Are we going to see a corto mosso here? Milan Genoa win by a hair's length in a horse race. I think they look pretty good. I think Milan should have no problems finding the back of the net. Also, Arsenal would have the goal differential advantage over Man City should they win. They're both at plus 26 goal differential. when we speak about tiebreakers, I think in the Premier League, it's goal differential. Arsenal would have a better goal differential than Manchester City. This is what's going to make it even harder for Man City to win the Premier League. They're just about ready for kickoff. They're singing North London Forever. Could this be the day that Arsenal pretty much win the league? Because let's face it, they end the season against Burnley, West Ham, and Crystal Palace. That's 2 relegation teams. The Premier League is over. If they beat Chelsea, if they beat Man United, they beat Tottenham, the league is over. If they win at home, they win at home against these teams, except for Tottenham. That's a way Arsenal would have the league won by March. And just like Bayern Munich and Bundesliga, now they can rest and rotate players in the league to be as healthy for the Champions League. Arsenal have a strong chance of winning the Champions League this year. They could. I should record the game, man. I should record it. I added it to the library. That's Milan, Genoa, Arsenal, Liverpool. Welcome to the live stream of the football matches here in Serie A, the title race, the Scudetto, Milan, Inter, Napoli, and the Premier League. Arsenal can secure the business against Liverpool. It looked like Genoa had a good chance right there. Their striker didn't really get on the ball very well, it looks like. Arsenal have to really go for it against Liverpool. They played super conservatively at the Anfield. Now they know what kind of team Liverpool have, dropping points left and right. Arsenal have to be very, very aggressive in their approach. Play with nothing to lose. Play with a lot of freedom and expression. Pulisic's cross. It wasn't that strong of a cross.
Guys, John were mentioning about the white players, Arsenal, Saka and Trossard, how important they are. It's going to be a real test for Bradley and Sergis. As well.
Both Milan and Arsenal with possession at around midfield right now.
Sometimes an improvement after Liverpool's slump. Getting some distance. There is 1 and 4 of them drawn in a Premier League run of 8 without defeat. Teams placed at 4th. So it's gesture, isn't it? To take those positions. Queensland, Liverpool.
Not much of a press by Arsenal early on in the game, which is okay. You know Liverpool still have a good attacking threat despite their not so good defense. Free kick for Milan. A very rainy night in North London. Look at all that rain. Is this going to be a very sloppy night of attacking play with all that rain? It's just going to be a very rainy night for the haters of Arsenal. Milan set up their free kick. They're about to kick the free kick.
serious point as well that what the Premier League pitches are 96% sand. They can soak up no end of water, and it looks like it's drained really well.
Is it Salamakers with the free kick?
We've been having over the last 4 or 5 hours. It's certainly from a player's perspective, it's a condition where someone from the States, you need to keep the game simple and clear your lines.
It was blocked by the wall. A free kick.
Well, that's the lever. Timber. Yeah, good look, good position, Saka and Timber, other players.
It's a corner. Salamakers gets it deflected out for a corner. No, it was off of Salamakers. I think it's a goal kick. Genoa goal kick.
Yes. They're being pursued by Trossard. They're responding to the Belgians' efforts. And that's an example of that intensity I was looking for in the first 5-10 minutes of the game. Very easy just to expect it, but seeing action and Trossard really does work hard for the team.
Offside. Here comes Genoa.
Not really having a steady, stable footing to clear the ball properly. Yes. McAllister swinging out to Peckers.
No penalty? There's no penalty there. I don't think I saw really anything that should justify awarding a penalty.
He did want to put himself into a position, rubbed down by McAllister, just hold it around the corner. He's in a good position to get it off on the back four and
Nice ball, too deep, straight to Allison, Liverpool goal kick.
pitch to work into Jokeres, so there's not a lot of area for Saliba, I think it was, to hit the target there. Interesting, getting nice.
Daniel De Rossi is the manager of Genoa. Yes, another managerial job. Trying to keep Genoa away from relegation. It's going to fend off, I think, Parma and Verona in Fiorentina.
27 meetings, Arsenal won just 3.
Oh!
Gabriel. Liverpool are one of the 2 teams to follow the Gunners' colours this season.
Here comes a breakaway by Milan. Rafael Leao. Here he comes. Blocked. Bukayo Saka, he crosses. Liverpool were there. Liverpool defended the set pieces very well last time they played. Seems like they had a knack of preventing the goal from the set piece. Both Arsenal and Milan were on the ball right now in their opponent territory. There's an opening. And there's nothing, nobody waiting there for Timber on the cross. Now Genoa have their own breakaway. Milan, red and black shirts are back behind the ball. A weak strike by Trossard off of a Liverpool back. With this Man City draw, Arsenal can afford some margins of error. They can afford to make some mistakes. There's going to be no fear of making any mistake if you are Arsenal.
Quite a huge amount of focus from Liverpool's point of view.
Much of the ball is being played down the right through Bukayo Saka. Here comes Saka. A corner here for Arsenal in the 11th minute. The flick of the head on the free kick goes straight to the Milan keeper. They get the ball back. Here comes Saka on the cross. Nice corner there. A yellow card for Trossard.
Really congested the penalty area ahead of everybody. See Trossard there, certainly pulls him back. Pitts goes to ground pretty easily, but he's on a break and he's no option to produce a yellow card.
Milan's primary objective remains Champions League qualification. All fans will want them to compete for the Scudetto, especially given the team currently top.
4 points back on Inter, 3 points, including the 0-0, the draw in the live moment. I think Milan now have to get a win at home against this Genoa team, especially if it's at home. Good defending there by Genoa.
In contrast, the starting position for Liverpool, there's a lot more respect shown by Liverpool and Arsenal at the ball.
Very, very rainy game at the Emirates at London. I think we've seen some weak strikes on the ball. It's a very wet, slippery game. Again, this is destiny. Arsenal have won the league. In year 25. In year 25, the 25 season, they do it for the late Queen. I think first title since Arsene Wenger was the manager. I think Arsene is come on to 26. That's worth pointing out. Arsene Wenger was the manager, and they last won the Premier League. So this was a pretty easy call for Arsenal to win the Premier League this year.
Saka.
Only a 20% chance win probability according to Google for Napoli against Inter this upcoming week. But this is a Serie A. We've seen unexpected results.
Might be the position that Nicholas Fuller would have taken up.
They're probably been howling if the advantage
For
happened.
his debut. Thomas, the winner of the Cagney, will speak to the media for the first time as Rossoneri.
Conte's got to get that. Okay, he's got the first win against Napoli. That's right. I'm just thinking about the draws from last year. But the 3-0, I think 3-1, that was a pretty big win. They scored 2 goals right after the opponent got injured.
Gabriel. Vertigo. Jacko.
They took the ball away.
Timber. Saka.
That trickery by Timber, but it's kind of good to just pass it back.
Excellent pressure by Arsenal. Moving ball quickly, left to right. Always looking for 3-9 ahead of the ball first rather than passing for the sake of it.
Is that Odegaard calling for it? Nice hitter! Oh, that was close. It looks promising. Again, the ball can be very slippery because it's very wet over there at London tonight. Low about Saka made him miss. He's inside the box, Saka. Oh, he pulls it. And now they're starting to look dangerous right now. They're starting to get some good, promising attacking opportunities inside that Liverpool box. Still 0-0. Genoa have the ball. They're passing it around the perimeter, the circle. There's nothing in the middle there. Now you look at them, they're obviously playing with a lot of freedom and expression early on in the game. Knowing there isn't fine margins to commit errors, they can afford to commit some errors. They'll still be up by like 5 or 6 points.
Couldn't get a player in a key position to finish the move.
Genoa score.
Mainly on that instance by the side Saka.
Genoa have the early lead.
He switched to Soffa's line now. Very luxury for Liverpool. Kirkett. Looking for Frimpong. Danger rapidly snuffed out. Kirkett's not looking overly confident with the watch, is he? So Arsenal. And now he's out of position.
Mangolan should have gotten that save.
Starts again. Shot. He's been a little bit late. I was in the Liverpool goal, but
1-0 Genoa.
As it's about to bounce, lets it go. Excellent period for Arsenal, capitalising on his pressure and dominance. Gabriel.
Modric takes the corner short. In by Modric.
How will Milan respond to Genoa scoring?
Yeah, really happy.
Oh, that was a strong opportunity on the header.
Saliba. Liverpool
Milan concede first.
looks a little bit reactive. Timber.
Nice ball to Timber. The cross is there. Yeah, he could have collected. He could have done something more there.
Trossard.
Scoring against the club you've since left definitively, it's another. He's just been borrowed by
Got his head to it.
the side. It said he has got
Timber
on
reels it in.
Pulisic. Pulisic got enough of the ball.
No attack from Liverpool at all. None.
Gabriel. Mendes. Very patient from Arsenal. It's very precise. Odegaard. And it is wave after wave coming Liverpool's way.
It's always here as well. Bizarrely. Ramgil. Still a long time to turn the game around. Shades of Napoli last night.
Genoa are going to try to get a point from this game. A 1-1 situation. What does Captain America have in store? Milan are losing 1-0. I don't know. I haven't looked into the Spanish Super Cup. I really don't know. Real Madrid strike first with La Liga win, but Barcelona are winning in La Liga. Mbappe really needs this. Real Madrid needed more than Barcelona, I can tell you that.
Stick to the fight, testing them on that basis.
It's just a matter of time until Arsenal scored. The Arsenal, they present the guard of honor to Liverpool, and now it is they who are going to win the league against Liverpool after presenting the guard of honor to them. Milan are certainly not short of their opportunity. Pulisic is down. He just got banged up on the place. Just got to shake off the cobwebs right there. A hard landing on the back from the defender. When will they score? It's been all Arsenal on the possession.
Scampering figure. A little bit to the McAllister rather than a red and white shirt. Quite a force Gabriel to leave it to happy ball and hope that they can't hit them down. Arsenal perspective, it's trying to keep Trossard and Saka as wide as possible. Or if they do come in, there's to trigger the fullbacks.
A Liverpool are getting dominated. They're getting battered.
Odegaard. Some defensive work in McAllister. Ryan Gravenberch.
Modric, Fofana, Modric again. Coming in Sinclair, Modric, giving it to Chesney. Still there.
A little bit of recovery possession for Liverpool. Keep the ball for a minute or two. Trying to strengthen their own rhythm.
They're at home. They can't drop points at home to Sassuolo, to Cremonese.
Salamanca's.
Gravenberch.
Back inside, Salamanca's.
Oh! Oh! That was close.
Just had to make contact to hit the target.
That was close. That was close.
Early thunder. Yeah, it's a little quieter now. They had their first couple of forays, haven't they, Arsenal? Saka creating a couple of opportunities. Now Arsenal's right. Now again, resetting a little bit. Liverpool take this thing out of the game. The right thing to do. From their perspective. Gravenberch. Thomas.
Genuine toying with Milan, and this is always going to be the issue with the Rossoneri this season.
Gakpo.
Maybe they'll win 1-0. Maybe they really will win 1-0. Again, it is wet. It is slippery. Genoa are threatening to score their second goal here.
There's no Liverpool player in that.
Maybe a goal by the 33rd minute. You know, 33 is a kid number to the cabal. So let's put this 43rd minute perhaps. Be my guess when the first goal comes by Arsenal. 69th minute, like Queen Elizabeth. Anything is in the cards.
Bradley. On for Frimpong, who is rapid. It's Bradley.
Oh, off the post! They bottled it. They bottled it.
Great, brilliant. These are away with one play back to Raya, and he was charging out. Seemed really good before he played the ball, and Bradley did.
They'll be patient, though. They'll be patient to wait until they get the ball back. Yeah, Liverpool are sputtering their chances now. Now they've got some momentum.
Bradley, great spirit of the interplay, and then the ball to Frimpong, that's the half-back. Which himself is lucky from Arsenal's point of view, quite as lucky as Bradley managed to pick out the crossbar. Such a brilliant chip. Best point to Frimpong, but that just watching a lovely chip. He himself very unlucky there. Bradley, and there's the, I'm presuming, talk. Both accusing each other of not talking. More about Saliba looking and talking at that point.
Are Milan stuck in a stalemate? This could be a great week for Inter if both Napoli and Milan drop points. Still 1-0 Genoa, 40th minute of the first half. Arsenal, staying patient. It's very hard defense to score against the Gunners.
Snacking away at him. Good work by the be mindful, doesn't he, on that yellow card that he wasn't doing anything silly. Good effort, good work.
Chips lost possession, Samanakis. They have a very settled side that comes from playing essentially one game a week. They're well involved in the competition and they reached the round 16.
In the right position to give a free kick.
Not a strong header there by Rafael Leal right there.
Gets himself up the pitch quickly. And
Yeah, could have done better. 34th minute goal, Arsenal FC 34, the Reds is 34. Just some ideas.
That's a good
Seems to be anxious to try and find Liao. Much better to this man is just here for Milan.
David Rice's expertise comes into play. Arsenal's generally from set pieces.
Definitely short of their chances to score.
Rice. One of his
Free kick straight to Allison.
There. Lofted a bit. So finally to Allison. A reminder that next weekend is reserved for the third round of the FA Cup in England. Premier League action returns. Saturday week, January 17th, 7 a.m. Eastern on USA, ahead of the Manchester Derby.
Trying to find gaps between the lines. Adrian Rabiot.
3 minutes left in the first half. It's 1-0 Genoa. Will they show some grinta in the second half? You're 3 points behind Inter. You're at home. You drop points at home to Sassuolo and Cremonese. I don't think you can lose at home to Genoa and call yourself a Scudetto challenger. Something there is missing for Milan.
Your expertise in that position. Would you be playing Perez or Robertson at the moment if you were in charge of Liverpool? That's a tough one, isn't it? Because I think Robertson's in his best form. Certainly against the pace of Saka, I think.
We've seen 8 goals so far from unexpected areas. Not from Liverpool, not from Arsenal, not from Milan, but Genoa's the only team that has scored thus far. Seems like Genoa had some good spells of getting some good attacks, you know.
Of course, representing England in the Champions League this season. On top of the pile in the league phase of that competition.
They could be 8 points clear if they win today over Liverpool.
They go to Milan, they Inter next.
This is a magnificent development.
Still with work to do. 9th in the table with 12 points. 16 is the exception number that we need to. Round of 16 without the course of 2-8-12.
First chance that came along with Anthem.
No one are breaking Serie A, so it's not like they're completely rested, Rossoneri. Not like the German Bundesliga where they've had like 2 weeks off or something like that.
Now I know there's a Liverpool player in midfield covering him, but when the ball is on the right hand side, he should be as close to Saka as he is now. As soon as that ball moves over, he should start coming inside, getting closer to Van Dijk. Odegaard getting in that hole between him and Van Dijk and Saka, him being too close to Saka, not to be able to see him. The positionally, he moves out every half of his defending. And that, at this level, and they're in the selection. I can see you do tutorials. What's your website? Don't answer that.
the top team.
1 minute left. It'll be 1-0 Genoa if this holds here.
Torsby. Expected.
One last attack. Pulisic long ball. It was too deep. Too deep. 1-0 Genoa at the half.
And they wouldn't come through it, won't they, with the press Arsenal, as you'd expect, with confidence, with belief. It takes extraordinary belief when you're pressing that high, because when you leave you're supposed to go into the press, and you've got to trust that the next guy coming in behind you.
Like a very good midweek round of fixtures for Inter.
Very chases that.
Milan striker has found the net.
Scores a good check, and then he goes over. He's look it on there. He's got forward. Required. Now it's good ending. Right.
Trossard. Ooh, that was close.
They are saying that he trod on the defender's foot on the ankle. Scuffle now between players. All over the back line. After he did play the ball out. But they don't need to. One head injury. Referee decides without way to go on, so it's on the referee and that's fine. High stakes. Into the fray tempers. Some treatment from Liverpool physios. Going through one out of picture. Great pace, isn't it? Away from Arsenal's down. The ball wouldn't quite sit down for him, and he gets his touch there. You can see treads on Capia. He's not looking for the foul here, he never appeals for a penalty. You can see as he puts his foot down there, that left ankle really rolls. It hits the top of Capia's foot. Some encouragement from Anthony Taylor. Good probably now back on his feet. Then we'll resume with a corner. Last one from Saka. And he got well defended by Anthem. Control of that 6-yard box. Amongst lots of bodies.
Delicious.
And they'll have a penalty spot rather than beyond the back post where it's often to be found. Now he spins away. The delivery is not the most searching this time. Rice. Firing it across into the ideal area really for someone to attack it. Erdogan. Saliba.
I think this will probably 0-0 at the half. I think they want to keep this interesting. I think keep it 0-0, keep it suspenseful through the second half. That's probably how they're scripting this game, I bet. I don't think they're scoring before they end the half. They're going to keep this second half suspenseful. It's like, oh, if Arsenal score here, it's like, oh, they're watching second half. Premier League is over and dusted, right? I think this is going to get very suspenseful. I think at the half I'll do Serie A matches of the week, and I haven't looked into Premier League. I don't know what the major. Oh, they're playing FA Cup this week, so no Premier League matches of the week. Serie A matches of the week at halftime of Arsenal, Liverpool. We'll get into the Serie A matches of the week after. It all depends on how Milan do this game. So Serie A matches of the week we'll do after the ending of this game. Right after the ending of the games, if there's an Arsenal win, then I think there's a recap video too on that game. They definitely do need to get a point. They can't be 4 points back. They can't afford to. If Milan lose this game, only Napoli can save us. Only Napoli can save us. I shouldn't be rooting for either team, but it is what it is. Juventus are not in the Scudetto race because they had Tudor. They didn't have Spalletti at the beginning. That may end up costing them. They had Malta fucking things up. They were 6 points back, I think, at some point in the month of March. So it's just, it's same old mediocrity. Let's just beat Roma for the Champions League, and don't know what the hell. You got to sign some big name players if you want to compete for Scudetto. Who out there can help supplement Kenan Yildiz? Not foot miners, not an overrated Canadian. They only bought him so they could sell jerseys in Canada. Jonathan David, he's garbage. They need to get rid of him. Opendis not suit for Serie A. He's suit for more speedy technical leagues like La Liga and Bundesliga. Opendis not fit for the Italian Championship. His skill set is better in other leagues. This will be 0-0 at the half. I still like Arsenal to win. I still back the 4 draws, 7 losses. I still back that. We'll see what happens.
Take the noise out of the home crowd if they can, and then it's a strange atmosphere on the home team.
I don't think it's been a boring half. I mean, it's not like we were not short of our attacking opportunities for both teams. Arsenal, I think, were the better team in this half. Liverpool's defense is crap. They need to just fucking go for it, go for it. Liverpool's defense is rubbish. They should just bomb the shit out of them. We need to be an Arsenal. Bomb the shit out of them. They have to bomb the shit out of Liverpool's defense. Declan Rice has found his involvement, certainly. This guy is a world-class midfielder, I think. He is world-class. Meanwhile, what adjustments has Allegri made in the dugout, in the dressing room for Milan against a very stubborn, rigid Genoa defense?
Rice, Saka. Gets on the floor. Getting a toe to it.
Referee called free kick for Liverpool. What kind of call is that? What kind of call is that? Come on.
play a short pass to see what's behind the player making the pass. That ball into there, little pass there, that one from Rice is brilliant. Jericho's had a couple of nibbles and can make a block on Saka in the dangerous area.
The Serie A is rigged. This mafia betting. It's just Milan lose this week and Napoli lose, and next week mafia has Napoli beat Inter, and then this means that Milan wins, and now they back in the Scudetto race and the Campionato race. I mean, the whole thing is just it's just my God. Matches are fixed every single week. Are Milan going to draw this game now? Are they going to draw this game? Rigged matches. It is all mafia via betting. That 0-0 draw from Juventus and Milan, hey, look, if Milan drop points, if Napoli get the win over Inter and Milan win next week, then suddenly the three-horse race is back. I think the Mafia will have Napoli beat Inter next week, especially if Milan and Napoli lose this week. I think the Campionato wants to have an entertaining title race. If you can't compete revenue-wise with La Liga in the Premier League, you're going to have more exciting title races. So it's not referees are helping one team. It's referees are rigging results for the betting mafia, and just so they keep this little championship exciting, entertaining until the end. That's how I feel about it. I don't know what you think about rigged matches in the Serie A, but certainly they're not rigging matches in the Premier League to keep it close. Brighton's players did everything they could to throw that game away. They were shooting their chances like they're a bunch of retards. I mean, it was crooked. Ball was right here, him in the net, and he found a way to kick it out for a corner kick. Did you see the highlights of the Brighton Man City game? I mean, they had 3, 4, 5, 6 missed chances. They were doing everything they can to give Man City the win yesterday. I have nothing to say about the penalty, but Brighton were looking like they were trying to fix the game. I mean, it is just total professional incompetence, professional malpractice to miss these kind of chances left on a silver platter that Brighton had yesterday. Because Man City's defense is no Ruben Diaz for 6 weeks. No Ruben Diaz, no Carvajal. I mean, those are some very big losses for their holding midfield complexion, for the back line at the back. Is there really any green dye in this Manchester City team? They can find a way to get a late goal anytime they can, but it seems like they're lacking that green dye. The midweek, the matches, the congested matches halfway through the season, they're letting the fatigue get to them mentally, and they have a deep squad too. They shouldn't feel this fatigue. They shouldn't feel this tired. Pep Guardiola is going to leave Man City if he thinks this team is mentally fragile. He will leave them if he thinks they're mentally fragile. I can tell you what Pep would like to do. He would like to manage the Spanish national team and win the World Cup with Lamine Yamal. That is what Guardiola would like to do. His dream, Guardiola now, is to win the World Cup with Spain and Yamal. He's going to leave Manchester City at some point. After this year, we don't know. But I think Guardiola is going to coach the Spanish national team. That's kind of like Ancelotti. I mean, the only thing that he doesn't have is the World Cup. You only win World Cups as a manager if you're from your country. Don Carlo is basically going to do everything he can to be an agent of the Azzurri, Don Carlo. He is going to be a great agent of Italia. He's going to do everything he can to throw the World Cup away from Brazil. I think Don Carlo can be a great secret special agent. Brazil's not going to win. Argentina are going to win. Let's go Argentina. Arsenal are going to win the game. I'm here to tune into the Daily Mail comments. I'm going to see what the banner, what the trolling is like on the Daily Mail. Let's find out. Let's check it out. Let's see what all the Arsenal haters are saying on the Daily Mail. The whole world is behind the Reds. Come on, Liverpool. Do it for mankind. Woolwich dark arts have no European history. Is this a boring game? There's been no goals. At least it's not a complete sleep fest. At least there are good chances there for Arsenal. You think it's a boring game? Okay. I'll put out the poll and see what we think. What we think. What do you guys think? I'd certainly like Arsenal to win it. I think, tactically speaking, they should just go for it. Liverpool have gotten exposed at the back quite a lot during the season. I think Arsenal should really, really go for it. Just go for the 3 points. I mean, you don't have to commit a mistake. If you do, you're up by how many points? 5 points, 6 points, something like that. I mean, you're still up by a considerable margin, even without banging in the 3 points in this game. How about goals conceded through the entire season for Liverpool? I just like the 4 draws, 7 losses. A late goal here, 1-0 there. Liverpool have scored 47 goals this season. They can allow their 43rd goal for there to be a new champion. Champion is 43. Elizabeth equals 43. Liverpool allowed 42 goals this season, all competitions. I think at some point, they're going to allow their 43rd goal of the season. And Genoa sit 5 points above the relegation zone. It would be a massive win if they hold on. The second half is about to start.
Long way to go.
And Milan, they need a win to stay alive in the Scudetto race, to stay within striking distance of Inter.
Milan have 45 minutes to score at least twice.
Milan gets Fiorentina next, La Viola. Fiorentina has been playing better. I think Fiorentina are a much tougher opponent than Genoa. Captain America! It was blocked. Very, very energetic, quick start to the second half by the Rossoneri, by the No European football, no Coppa Italia left. They're dropping too many points at home. Oh, they dropped points against Pisa, Cremonese, and Sassuolo.
His best matches as a coach to show perspective. Employers, sporting directors in particular.
Yeah, they get points against top teams, just the bottom teams with the low block. It seems to give Milan lots of issues. Struggle against the low block.
This victory in San Siro might be added to that compilation as well. Yeah, I'm sure he will. Martin's cross, Pavlovich heads it clear, and how?
They're down by a goal. They definitely shouldn't be sitting back too much. They need to press up very high.
There's been a lot of frustration in the Milan leading sections of the media recently, suggestions that Allegri's side don't necessarily play the most adventurous attacking football.
They can't have very swift counterattacks when they choose to.
There's no one way to get a result. Ultimately, what matters is securing your objective. But Manuel, given this scoreline and given how little Milan have created tonight, is it more comforting for a team when they have to come from behind, knowing that they do create chance after chance?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Definitely. But it's now struggling. Yes, they created a couple of chances in the first half. While with their defenders in the set pieces situation, the glorious one where Fofana lost the control of his body. But and that's to myself, I cannot see the energy of a team that wants to compete for the Scudetto so far.
Malinowski. He's hit the pass, still found out about Martin. Genoa looking really bright. Credit to De Rossi for picking such a strong team this evening. Felice had one eye on the Cagliari game.
A lot of hissing from the crowd. I think they think their team should be pressing more, getting the ball.
Go into that Cagliari game and with Ferrari's so much more self-belief. And you consider 4 of Milan's next 5 matches are away. They've got a Florence, Como, Rome to play the Channel
Oh, 4 of their next 5 fixtures is away. Oh, they definitely need this game today.
Here in between, sandwiched in between those trips to Florence and Como and Rome and Bologna. This could be a pivotal period for Allegri's side. Satamakers. Leao had stopped his
Leao's lazy. He stopped this run right there.
This game is huge. As you mentioned,
He should have done better right there.
in the weekend, Fiorentina, then Como, then another game, another week full of
That went off of Genoa?
It has, as you can tell from the general players' reactions.
How'd that go off of Genoa?
Some confusion about what the decision is. Sostigov thought that a goal kick had now been given. It is still a corner. Genoa need to defend the set piece.
They didn't even show a replay either.
Might be some controversy here if Milan go and score from the corner. A goal kick has been called in.
Now they say it's a goal kick. Okay, what are they doing?
Behaved correctly, but Manuel, you and I remember
Correct call was made. That's all that counts.
in the 2023-24 season, Juventus were right up there with Inter come the end of January, before then having a terrible second half of the season. It's actually Allegri's most recent campaign in Serie A. Can you see any parallels between that team and this team?
Allegri has better attacking personnel than the team that was banned from Europe a couple years ago, that Juventus team.
to score on their first shot on the target. But seriously, they're not having, I think this is the most performance I've seen from AC Milan. They got plenty of time, maybe the new addition on the bench, Fulcro can be the difference and can get that spark place that is now.
I ask you that because things can change so quickly in the Serie A. We've seen that recently. Juventus have been on a good run. They're only 2 behind Napoli, albeit having played a game more.
Bologna was once was close to be at the top of the league, and now we're
Indeed, in November, Pavlovich with the cross, up in the end by Frencher, and he can catch that. It wasn't a back pass. And you consider now that Roma have just 2 points fewer than Napoli and Milan. So
51st minute, 1-0 Genoa. Genoa's goalkeeper's taking too long to kick the goal kick.
Next Thursday, so it's important for the Rossoneri to keep winning. If it doesn't come tonight, we'll need to arrive in Florence on Sunday.
Hopefully, this is a great week for Inter.
We all know that probably January, February, start of February is the period where things can change in every single direction. So we'll see if this will be the case.
Away loss equals 47. I don't like using away loss. I just like relating the numbers to the team's names. But it does equal 47. I like using team names is better. Just Arsenal is 47, Liverpool is 47. Scripted call for a Premier League game-winning goal against the team that Arsenal presented. His shot was blocked there. Milan were striking. They were approaching the Genoa danger zone. Milan recover, get it back, but they play it straight back. I think they should try to go forward a little bit. Playing it back means that Genoa can set back in the low block. Oh, it went to Leo. He's a bum. It went straight to him on it. So that wasn't Leo. That was Loftus-Cheek. It was right to him. Bum. How did he not recognize? That Milan sucked. Top side. Where's the great job that they were down 2-0 against Torino? They came back and won 3-2. So I think they had a late goal against Fiorentina. They've shown signs of Grinta this year. They do have Grinta. Milan are not without Grinta this year. Give away. Genoa can go on a counter. Good defending there. But 4 out of your next 5 away. And Fiorentina, they need every point they can to avoid relegation. That's not going to be an easy game next week. Around 35, 40 minutes left, including extra time. Como after Fiorentina. Lecce will be easy, but Roma is not easy. Bologna is not easy. Como's not easy. So this is some pretty tough stretch of matches for the Rossoneri. I think they definitely need today's game. Bartesaghi's a pretty good young player for them. Could he play on the national team of Italia? We'll find out. Now they get a free kick. Where's Modric at? Oh, it went off the Genoa defender. He could have just let it go, but it's a corner kick for the Rossoneri. They've shown signs of great certainly.
First part of the first half from set piece.
10 minutes already gone by in the second half. No real moving in for Milan. Taken short. Modric striking in.
Throw in for Milan.
Some are bringing in those players like Ed really make things happen. Marino to come on up front. They needed different profiles to drop.
Quarter.
They struggled in the first half really to get involved too much.
I think Arsenal are bottle jobs if they don't score a goal, and their defense can get a clean sheet. It's pretty cool that referees have a camera and you can kind of see the players argue with them in the Serie A refs. Another Milan corner. They just don't know how to get an accurate cross in the box. Of another Genoa defender, another quarter.
Committed himself. Gakpo for his bits. Oh, lovely bit.
Oh, a goal! I missed the goal. AC Milan are level.
Weeds his way through here and having a difficult time. It looks like he swings his left foot across our.
Wait, did it even go off his arm or his? Well, it crossed the line anyways. It hit the shoulder. It hit the shoulder.
Yeah, John Brooks has got similar opinion.
VAR check.
One shot in, the other one blocked in. Liverpool goal kick. Experienced officials in control this evening. He's entering his 17th season on the Premier League. This is the 6th time in his career that he's had this high-profile collision.
Fingers before hitting his picture and he holding it home. But here comes a decision for Maurizio Mariani. We're going to hear from the referee.
A seguito delle scuole numero 11 del Milan con il pallone con il braccio e segna nel piede destro. Decisione finale in calcio.
Balotelli. Of course, referees.
Robert staying out wide and keeping the space for the ball to be played into. He's trying to suck in.
Balotelli again.
Communication on there. Action loops for both these teams for the weekend. Historic Stratton Park, a Portugal Championship. We'll wait until Monday evening. Entertaining Barnsley at the one at Anfield. Should be into Carabao Cup action. They Chelsea the first leg of the semi-final on Wednesday.
Expecting Argentina. Stop with them bringing back Thiago Costa, formerly of Verona, now at Brighton. So it's struggling with people obviously in Verona and
really well there,
it's Africa Cup of Nations. Milan off the changes on the way from the possible.
Yeah, but I think Mazin, another physical player,
Penalty.
one in the middle of the park. Genoa are struggling. Their ball is
Off his cheek. Starting to carry it.
Supporters that they've got to rendition of what's now the cut down from
Taking up a very high position in the second half. Rabiot's done well. Modric now. Still Modric. Samalakis for Liao. Loftus-Cheek. It's just not going in.
yeah, all the deflections at the moment are going.
When I think Genoa goal disallowed, the referee says went off of Pulisic's hand, a handball. Could have really let it go, and it would have been 1-1, but this is where we are.
Modric with the square ball. Back his hand against the channel for Pulisic. Pulisic away from determined to get a legal goal.
It looks like every single Milan player
the wall, but after a bit of time to crumble back.
solution that goals Genoa defend really, really deep.
Tours becoming off. Fabrizio Mazzini was very popular over the previous regime.
They didn't even shoot there.
Favourites in midfield.
That's a little bit quiet on the
Lewski for
ball.
Middleton. So fresh legs and energy. The grief on this they have.
Again, it's a lot of the ball
Less than
from
half
the
an hour
first
to
to
make
make
to
it.
this league.
Finding half the back line. Again, the ball was bouncing, so you never really get under control and then usually placing it away from anyone. Liverpool, massive as they were in the opening units of the first half,
Get the ball in. Ball assist in the first half for Columbus, which remains the only goal so far this
possession.
evening.
Yes. Thunder.
To think Genoa are missing plenty of players. We saw a couple of them in the stands. Already Ekuban and Casillas. The likes of Onana and Cornet Grunberg.
Another 26th Champions League game to go against PSV, which is
How long before we see
one of the lowest points of the season.
I think so. Maybe 7
They're
minutes
currently
under
on 9 unbeaten. They've lost 9 of their previous 12. Yes, Bradley popping up.
Arsenal can be pretty boring to watch sometimes. What a big miss that was by Barisagi.
Right.
Great job here by Loftus-Cheek. That's a decent ball. Not a perfect. He's defending properly. Somehow Barisagi didn't find the target there. He actually pulls it out from the zone.
He's coming off from Al-Albini for the 3-3. Switch into the off there at half time. Presumably, Pulisic right wing, Liao left wing, and a proper centre forward wearing the number 9 jersey for Milan, Nicholas Fukru.
Yeah, we see something's going to change, but Pulisic, Liao for Krug, on plenty of options going forward. If we see if nobody will go as a right back, probably keep the same shape.
Gabriel. Trossard.
Look at Trossard.
Trossard towards
He mishandled it.
just ahead of the ball. Trossard coming up.
35 plus minutes left at the Emirates.
Bradley, which means he can't make the challenge and
Salamanca's job,
all the way behind him and
midfielder, no?
where it's going to be difficult to control. It's the top of the pitch and it's
Such an intelligent player.
almost impossible to correct that.
Milan have the green card.
Left back in Capia,
Almost scored, but handball called by VAR.
Came over to take that throw and had a little word with Mikel Arteta, close to the sideline, and the
I don't know what handball is anymore. They've changed it so much.
City has some physio attending to the Ecuadorian. Kind of the order the first choice in that position is injured at the moment.
Milan are losing. They may as well press their opponent for the next 30 minutes. Everybody should press.
By the substitution. Seen a good contest between Anthem and on his on Arsenal's left and Lewis Sterling. Now the work on it, and brings on very quick, very direct and dynamic. Lewis Sterling playing deep up and move inside to receive the ball. He's got to be aware of what he basically is leaving behind for anyone to destroy.
One way to respond to that matter at the training ground, talking about how patience was running out for Genoa. Colombo's ball over and on. Henderson beaten to it by Milan.
Giving chase.
He struck off his line.
He was said to have been against Saliba, who was a right voice of the defence, and seemed to be labouring a little by Paris. And he was breaking up the ground. I think it was at least 2, maybe 3 sticks for every one of Saliba. Very effective.
Later score against Liverpool.
The fixtures this season, Milan's only defeat. Shot one here to Cremonese and Golson.
Side by side in the street, then. Solid line.
To the head of Napoli. At the end of this round of fixtures,
That's
it might be
a
4.
lost in line, man.
Kind of
Still suspension strong.
If we score
He's
9
got
points,
McAllister.
to then have the chance to beat Napoli here on Sunday night after
Grimfall.
Milan have gone to Florence. But first things first, Genoa hang on, that team with the cross.
Just confrontation with Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly wasn't really in that race. And he went past him like he wasn't there, didn't he? Grimfall. Disappointing cross by the Liverpool winger, but it's a warning sign there after Skelly and 8 minutes of elbow go. Definitely pretty close to Grimfall. You know, that's a good warning.
Fantastic game, welcome down. Portugal, baskets, every single Genoa player. Defending so well. Now they've got an extra option up front of high ball for Fulton. Needing just the signal go, flicking the ball for the basis striker is got around.
Distant scene. Let's look back at this Olivier Giroud.
What a game to do the first half.
Gratuitous trip in midfield.
Greg Truss was discussing things on the Arsenal bench. Not happy with how they can influence the game. Got the choice. The distance and the clearance. Quality players do. And make the job look really easy. You get there with the header, but not only that, recycling the ball.
Pushed his hand, he did. Modric is frustrated. Mbappé did well. As soon as he feels the lots of checkpoints over his mark, he goes down the first man and England for the season. Brilliant combination between Fulton and Partizan. It's a great player here. No matter what. Probably put the ball in between defenders and goalkeepers, so it was
Mendy frustrated that they complained with the decision. In the cast of technical, where you see his quality again, calm in tight areas, chaotic in that little space on the pitch, but Good awareness and
Milan need to keep their cool here.
other right territory for a shot. Well, he's done it to Arsenal once this season.
Late equaliser here against Peace.
Exactly the fashion late in the game at Anfield in August.
Otherwise, they would have been beaten by another newly promoted side. Genoa are down, they are down.
If anything, this is a tad further out.
Just above the drop zone. No, for this performance, they've been outstanding.
Milan corner. Could be rain outside my place too.
Bradley.
Best players, if not the most significant one. Gambia switching in. Anthem.
So what comes Leandro Trossard to be replaced by Gabriel Martinelli on the left-hand side. Another group this evening, the mixing up the race. That's one goal from the Liverpool players on 12 appearances. He makes way for Gabriel. Frimpong, he's beyond the Kelly. Frimpong. Earlier ball into him and he made that run. It's your off to it. It must be like a tennis in the position he was in on the pitch. Threat. So Liverpool in a far more impressive second half. Liverpool passive.
Any Grinta? Any Grinta?
Arsenal looking to get the ball and have a bit of a breather now and reset.
Now Arsenal with the ball.
There's a lot of work out in possession. I know this match has a very different profile to Jokeres.
Penalty. Penalty.
The same way through from that early first half, in the same penalty area. Martinelli's now still holding his leg and the Julians as well. He's only on the field for 2 minutes.
Rabiot now was making the run. The Frenchman spotted him, he decided to ignore.
Arteta.
Number 10. Accelerating.
It's got the play though.
Still Rafael. Still going in.
Saka in the face of with that game. He's losing a head to it. To stop the play on that again. Ball played from
Rabiot's got there.
Kirk into Saka. Here's the ball from Ødegaard into
Rabiot's crossed this time.
Martinelli, but you can't see anything in that. Really. Not saying he didn't get caught.
Pulisic bring it down.
Just by running on it. It looks like his knee catches the calf
Rabiot
of
goes it in.
Martinelli, but
Pulisic
something
got
more
there.
coming together.
It's a corner. Should be.
Boring.
Martinelli
Martinelli was down on the ground.
international colleague, Alisson, in the field, and Saka at the other. Saka will stay looking at the ball. Place. There's very good tries to put something on the ball of his close quarters and really see. What's the balance of power in this game like? Anyone's guess. I think before this match I was quite confident that Arsenal would win this game. I thought their desire urgency and where they are overwhelmed Liverpool, but Liverpool suffering in that first 20-25 minutes. The Brazilians imposed themselves as the game came on, and they're certainly at the moment a team that looked like they've got a little bit more control of the game. But this game feels changed very quickly either way. So Anthem tonight, I thought very straightforward question. You absolutely no idea, no idea. Really?
To see evidence of that now.
He's
taking all the set pieces. A player only turned 20 the last few days of December.
There is no VAR scrutiny.
Straight to Massini, Pisani, Tomori, the ball, Atticani.
Liverpool complaining about Saka on Milos Kerkez here. He's played the advantage, Anthony Taylor, and tries not to go back and put the Arsenal winger, Genoa, which they see serious foul play.
Which leads me to my next question. When you're playing against defenders like Musilan, Vasquez and Mancandani, surely it's not the right option to keep tossing the ball into the box. Yellow card for Leon for time wasted.
Yeah, the two soccer ball with the shot combination.
Granted.
Especially.
Brentford.
Tomori goes to games. Foden bringing it down. Arsenal's moving on for Leon. This is where it can be so dangerous.
Some really difficult areas.
Zero making noise for the change.
He picks up in, Arsenal struggling to adjust pick him up.
He's got some issues of physical because even there, didn't go and play take Mancandani on. Wait for his solution. There was his probably talking with his bench.
Soboslai, Bradley again. Conviction that Liverpool's taken the other time.
Actually,
Purple
19.
two.
Looks like we're not
Could be
going
that one side.
It's
That's the time going on. Reverse sort of like
to
this
the
one.
final 10 minutes of play.
Bradley as well, linking up better.
Scoring one, putting himself around the Vasquez on top of the lane. It's not the only one. Might have been this evening, but I statues featured February. And then you'll see
Let's keep on this.
Coffee now, away from Partizani, not once but twice. No one in the middle though. So just crossing it aimlessly. Takami could have chested that to his goalkeeper, risking it to a dangerous area. Azina.
Putting on the second ball, don't they? Like Liverpool, Liverpool team, second half, they're definitely on the front foot, coming all onto the ball. Huge difference in half season third. That's 3 times as many from Liverpool compared to Arsenal in the second half. It's 15 to the game, started tonight. The season at the Emirates, Arsenal have only been denied victory once in a draw with Manchester City. Martinelli.
Challenge them to bring them down. Still a little Sonata tossing the ball into the box. Whether there'll be a change in time.
Gabriel Jesus. Similar to Saka.
Still Pulisic. It's a good looking ball in. You'll beat Liao. Couldn't get there ahead of Norton Cuffy. Davide Partizani. Alphavage.
Wow.
Losing the ball. It's already had to be on his toes. It's
It's really to get away from the challenges of Bradley and Thomas White, both putting under pressure. A little flick over the outreaching right leg of Bradley was exquisite. But down with the pass.
Alphavage.
Quality
Pop up in wide areas.
and
Pulisic.
possession.
Tamori.
Creative sort of player who will try things, who will work something out, much more mobile.
Loftus Cheek. Anticame.
Joker is.
Corner.
Now we will go. Another big boy in the middle of the box, and now we see Partizani will take again. The kind of corner and swinger. The first was there.
Snake out the leg. Second half there, good.
Hasn't had too much service.
Second half
Just
contact
yet.
between him and Saka. Maybe someone showed him your tutorial.
Partizani's ball in. Takami next with the second
And
ball.
so, Premier League title winning left back, and indeed
Tamori
attacking
to the
decided player for
Pulisic now.
Blackburn since 1995, only 31 years ago. This is much of a modern fullback. Do you? Canate. Well, we're looking for back and back. This is another one man that Drake's playing for him. And there you go. Grimpot. Right there, and there's their both pulled back from the Arsenal warm-up zone. And ready to come on top.
This is the block I'm talking about. This one, I'll go up.
Gakpo.
Vasquez with the initial chess.
Let's see, come on. And they're full complement of 5 foot substitutions for Arsenal.
Tamori.
Grimpot.
Pulisic tries to run at
Making
Vasquez.
his way past Lewis Skelly, the cross two. And the
Pulisic.
start of Summer Slide.
Anthem.
Wild slice.
It's a foul
Again,
by
good
Pavlovich.
productivity from Grimpot. A little bit fortunate here. He gets the ground, but puts himself up and away. Not right. Doesn't quite beat him. Just throws it. Well defended by Declan Wright. The ball just starts to come off. The kick starts to rise. That stop of my structure. It's been impossible to control. You've got to take that half on kicking off the turn. Another Yeah, threat from a Liverpool perspective. Gabriel.
Designy, Sini got the ball, and this was not starts forward, it's a 90 remaining. Milan, this was not the result anyone was really expecting. Adrian Rabiot,
Ravenberg.
Atikame seeing plenty of the ball. Pulisic,
This game has proved significantly in Liverpool's favour. The concern Arsenal.
goes to Pavlovic. Partizan, Modric, Rabiot, Modric once more. Down the side for Pavlovic. And Pulisic! Milan is there again. Rabiot leads on. Milan come once more. Rabiot. Full grip and control.
Yeah, what? Pulisic is doing so well, especially in the last term. It's got this great deliver.
It's goes and crosses.
Another one is a
Doing well.
performance.
It's Pulisic again. Full grip. It's got the
It's a good middle of the first half, isn't it? With us continuing to look to our right as we did in the first half. Right-hand side of Liverpool was operating really well. Actually, the right-hand side of Arsenal in the first half with that man there, Saka offering the biggest threat, and being the goal.
There is a kind of step on forward, but they are challenging for the same ball. I think
Kind of the attacking drive available to Mikel Arteta this season. Now, as well as the enforced substitution of Lewis Skelly,
Boring game. Boring.
Producing a big performance after some high-profile mistakes recently against Atalanta and Pisa. Not so this evening. Loftus-Cheek holding off Otto, bringing in Pulisic. Still Pulisic. Spot for goal. Edson gets it clear. Genoa really cleaning on now.
16 games without being involved in a 0-0 draw.
Come on, you need to win the game. Come on, Gunners.
Picking up the loose ball.
2 0 in the 3 games today.
Properly cleared here.
2 years without a goal score.
Pulisic.
They set their ambitions a little higher.
Came off Edson. It's just a corner.
Then the chance from corner and the Rossi goes. How important this is for his side. 3 points here would be a dream.
Certainly would after a run of just 1 point from their previous 4
Big
matches.
Gabriel there. Getting the ball, looking up, looking again, desperate.
This corner doesn't beat the first man. Fringes straight to Modric.
Timber.
Modric.
Madueke.
Designy.
Pressing with the thrust from Madueke to the line.
Designy.
And a vicious ball across. And he let it roll it up.
Wants an easy option with the throw.
Saying Gabriel looking
We
for
think he
some
found it
forward
time
line.
for.
All the way back to Zubimendi. Timber with an excellent run. Breaking that ball, going out to Madueke. Goes past fairly down the outside. With the ball in, the lightful ball into Williams in the first time out. Madueke balancing that winger. Glides past Curtis and fires the ball across the penalty area, but no Arsenal player able to get up to play.
Crosses coming from AC Milan, but how well is Genoa defending? And I guess if Genoa will be able to get the 3 points, the Rossi will probably create a new threat, but just how do you
This probably is within range. Certainly is.
There are 5 minutes.
3-4 metres ahead of where qualified advantage now. Hamburg Porter there, he's just straight into Zubimendi and the Zuzi, a little bit high, comes down on the lower shin of solid line. This is more reminiscent of position from which Soboslai decided the first game between these teams this season. Really focusing on getting the outside of that ball lined up properly with his outside post. And you can't go around it. And no Dominic Soboslai likes to go up over and get that vicious dip as you described. Ahead of his previous free kick. What space for him to hit? Left the Dwyer, generate the power, and nervous and upset. Dominic Soboslai. That's nearly spot on. Soboslai. The ball jumps and gets closer. He's got to go over deck and line to pull the player in the ball. They all step forward, the Arsenal player. You can see it's got a little bit of touchman on it, so he's coming down, but not quickly enough. Significant in terms of energy in these draining final few minutes, but Liverpool still have their 11 starters out there and Arsenal have made 5 changes. I think if Liverpool are controlling possession, as they have done, for the second half, a much more efficient way of getting through the final stages if you've got the ball. Whether or not these substitutes have the impact, obviously their need. Suggested he's been pulled back by Lewis Skelly, the referee wasn't behind it. Gabriel Jesus.
Advantage into the title race. Designing with the cross.
Just the momentum. Lewis Skelly. Looking there for Mikel Arteta for consistently stepping outside the confines of his technical area.
Anthem certainly feels he was caught. The question is, was he caught by his opponent after the ball had gone? Was that a foul by full grip?
They've got to keep their calm. Afterwards, then you can manage to create more tension. The players are already going to be feeling out the pitch. A bit of discipline there for Mikel Arteta. We know how involved he is in every hit of the game. You've got to make sure his players are completely focused and don't get sort of too frantic. That against Gitz. And that's what you said about the fact that Liverpool have got all the tactical players on the pitch. They'll only become a feature if Arsenal can get some sustained pressure and quiet this Liverpool team at the moment. It's really failed in the second half. They've not controlled the ball at all. Doesn't mean that can't change in the 5 minutes of urgency becomes more obvious, but there is Kelly.
Disappointment for Pavlovich. Milan might have time for just one last chance. Genoa, this is
Another yellow card. The assistant manager of Liverpool. So they've been disciplined down on the benches. So the score couldn't work out. Maybe it was for the maybe overreacted and Gabriel on the free kick. There was 2 yellow cards off the field and only 1 on it. He hasn't had a shot on goal since the 44th minute of this day. The mood is one of frustration, and Arteta is almost trying to calm himself down as well as his team. But he can't show absolutely showing him too much emotion. The tension and the emotion is part of the game, absolutely. But
this early championship. I don't think we can constitute that as a clear and obvious error. I think Giovanni making the decision.
Exactly right, to be frustrated, given how well Liverpool played in the second half.
Oh, this is massive. It's well statue. Has scored, he said,
Don't forget Premier League goals, don't forget to like Stevia follows this match. But then it's in a Robbie with full reaction plus highlights from today's game. Discussion of the consequences of it. The draw after goes 6 points clear. They still might be. Who knows?
Something what apparently has been confirmed.
Brilliant pushing by Anthem. Absolutely fantastic.
I think Rotazaki went for the ball. I think actually
Pause. To remind you that our next weekend is reserved for the third round of the FA Cup. Premier League action returns in just 9 days' time. Saturday, January the 17th. Saturday at the Eastern. It's start time for our coverage on USA ahead of one of the blue ribbon events of every season, the Manchester Derby.
What a game, what a game indeed.
Jesus. I'm sure Van Dijk. Gravenberg. As things stand, we're anticipating 4 extra minutes at the end of this. Now we were talking about Arsenal's bench and changes. Directly come on and that record go down the outside with a lovely cross. Haven't had the ball enough to get any contribution from the talent they've brought to the bench. We are the only team this season to have stopped Arsenal from scoring. They have up. Become the only team to stop them scoring twice as well, home and away. The end of the season.
To win it for Genoa.
Already gradually reasserting itself. Really well on solid line. Solid line. One right there, I mentioned it. All the game. We're really playing with pride. That's a very clear foul by McAllister.
He was tricked. Milan are unhappy. That's the end of a crazy game of football. Allegri dashes for the tunnel.
Wonderful balance in there. This will do the work. I think you're aware of where McAllister is.
The champions.
Off his shoulder and holds the Liverpool midfield player.
Statue plays in over the top. To give it the Aussies. Genoa side comes to San Siro. Go away with a point in a crazy game of football it looked like. Went for the hour. And set up what would be a frantic finish with Milan pursuing the winner. In the end, Genoa missed the chance. But Inter now 3 clear at the side. It ends at San Siro. Milan 1, Genoa 1.
So it's all over the league. 4 minutes of Alexis in the studio. Diva, Gabriel, James Smith. Rapid power to cover the defense. Go backwards with me. Generating power on the header, but finally a decent recovery. Martinelli. Martinelli gathered in safely in difficult conditions by Alisson. Really good goalkeeping by Alisson. Brilliant play by Martinelli, who popped the ball through the legs of Bradley, and as soon as he gets away from him, he's playing it into an area that could trouble the goalkeeper, but also give one of his strikers a chance to get in front of a defender and poke the ball in. Up goes the home drive. Martinelli. He's done alright in Arsenal this evening. He's a bit under pressure, certainly under the spotlight. He's handled the game well, and he's got hold of Gabriel here. So you can see there, they're both holding each other, but it's that shot at the end, I think, that the referee sees. Yeah, detected holding by both parties. On the slot said about Canales earlier this season, he's been found at the crime scene a little too frequent. What would be worse if he left it? I've known a few players who have. They're the first ones to get out of the way. They're all here. Bradley has gone down and did. He's sustained an injury. Yeah, this looked like a very awkward. And Martinelli has involved himself. Canati has then got involved with Martinelli, and it's all kicked off again. Yellow card for Martinelli for his part, yellow card for Canate for his response. And Martinelli absolutely right getting a yellow card. He tried to drag Bradley off the pitch. He's in pain. He landed awkwardly. It could be a serious injury, and the Arsenal player Martinelli is trying to shove him off the pitch, which is irresponsible at best. But certainly justified the yellow card. Nate wasn't happy with that. Came in and shoved Martinelli in response. And now there has been a crime scene. Just from the sorts, he stood there. Whilst Bradley receives on-field treatment. Chance for tempers to cool just a tad. But this is where Martinelli's out of order. You look there, he really twists his knee, doesn't he? And he's right on the edge of the pitch. He is on the pitch, and first of all, Martinelli throws the ball on him. Then he just moves on the pitch a little bit there, a bit more. And then Martinelli starts trying to get him off the pitch. That's naughty from Martinelli. Two yellow cards. Yeah, come with that. Joe Gomez is coming on to replace the unfortunate Bradley. Liverpool forced into their first and presumably only substitution in the 95th minute. Gabriel. Stands to reach the second time in the last 54 Premier League games between these two that it's ended 0-0. 27 years, in other words. Timber Saliba. Timber. Madueke. There's not time for much more. Turkish behind for a corner. That's the play on Madueke. Turkish trying to shut him down the line, but not really wanting him to go down there because Madueke's got the legs on him. Sort of like football going out to help. Or the Capco actually going out to help. Cover up on the Arsenal winger, but this is their final chance with Madueke to take this corner. Well, Arsenal are the corner kings. They could they? Liverpool particularly susceptible to corners. Now Madueke. And it was Gabriel who had the chance. And it was the last chance of a game that ends in goalless stalemate, which is not to suggest that it wasn't fascinating, it was. But Liverpool
Boring, I'm out.
After a goalless draw, which means, Graham, that the top four